Speaking of lawsuits, plenty going on around the Big Ten and Wisconsin. Got a couple of them I want to talk to you about. First one, Badgers cornerback Nyzier Fourqurean. He's suing the NCAA, and he is stating that his 5-year eligibility clock should not have started when he played 2 years at Division II Grand Valley State in Michigan. Now, he and his lawyers, they go on to say that the NCAA's denial of additional eligibility with the Badgers is really denying him a chance to profit from his name, image, and likeness. All right, that part maybe seems like a little stretch, but that's the argument they're making. So his lawyers are asking the courts to speed this up because he's got till February 7th to decide and if he's going to declare for the NFL draft or not. Now, his situation is interesting. When he was a high school senior from Mentor, Ohio, he signed with Grand Valley State, which is a Division II school in Michigan. But then they canceled their 2020 season due to COVID-19, right? That happened a lot around the country. Then his dad passed away the following summer in 2021. It caused him to miss a lot of weeks of training and got a slow ramp up to the season. Now, he overcame all that, and he was a Division II All-American, as a matter of fact. And at that point, he says, all right, let me try the next level. Transferred to Wisconsin in May of 2023 to play for the Badgers. Started 5 games that year and 12 games this past year. He's a pretty good player. So this past December, the NCAA Division I Board of Directors approved a blanket waiver granting 1 more year of eligibility to junior college transfers, but not to transfers from Division II or Division III schools. All right. Why? I don't know. I don't have that answer today. And I don't know why there's a distinction between junior college and Division II and Division III. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out. So any lawyers out there in the audience, if you want to take a shot at it, let me know. I would love to hear your comments and hear how you think this is going to turn out. Hit us up in the comments on YouTube. That'll be fun. Now, there is a second major lawsuit going on brought forth by another Wisconsin player just this month. Defensive back Xavier Lucas. He wants to transfer to Miami and play for the Hurricanes. But Wisconsin's not letting him go. Why? Things are changing before our very eyes. So here's the deal. Wisconsin denied his request to enter the transfer portal after playing 1 season with the Badgers. Wisconsin says that Wisconsin and this player, Lucas, have agreed upon a 2-year revenue sharing contract that he signed in December, and they say that deal is binding. That's different from name, image, and likeness. And by the way, he signed a separate deal with Wisconsin's Name, Image, and Likeness Collective as well. But when a player wants to enter the transfer portal, when he makes the request, the NCAA bylaws state that the school must allow a player into the transfer portal within 2 days of a player's request to enter. Well, Wisconsin denied it because things have changed now with the revenue share. So this is going to be the first season that we're going to have revenue sharing with athletes. It's going to take place. Power 4 schools, they got to carve out an extra $20 million a year to share athletic revenues with past, present, and future athletes and players in the department. So schools signing players to financial distribution deals from the revenue sharing, this is brand new. It's never happened because it's taken effect here. Wisconsin says these revenue share deals are binding and they expect their player to honor this to the end of the contract. So what Wisconsin is saying is that a player who signs a multi-year deal must fulfill that deal, and it's just a standard business contract. You can't go taking off, going somewhere else now. Again, this is the revenue share part. This is different from name, image, and likeness. And they're basically Wisconsin saying, once you sign a revenue share deal, that we're going to pay you this percentage of our revenues because you're a football player, you're not going anywhere. If it's a multi-year deal, you're going to honor that contract. So the option of transferring out away from a school through the transfer portal, now that's off the table, according to Wisconsin. So the House settlement that is forcing this new rule, this revenue share plan that all the schools are going to have to participate in, Still hasn't been approved yet. The final approval is scheduled for April 7th, and I'm 99% sure it's going to get approved. April 7th and implemented in August, and it will be here forever. Lucas's lawyers are saying that this agreement with Wisconsin is just a memorandum of understanding, but it cannot be finalized until April 7th when revenue sharing is officially a thing. Since it's not a thing yet, they don't think this contract sticks, and this kid wants to go to Miami, he can go. If we're after April 7th, okay, whatever. But we're not there yet, so we don't have a deal. I want to go to Miami. They think their client should be able to leave up until that date. Now, on a side note, Wisconsin also feels like this is all proof that Miami has been tampering with their player in this case as a whole other issue. This case got everybody's attention here. I mean, even the Big Ten is weighing in on this, and they support Wisconsin, by the way, not the player. The conference says that as we enter this new era of revenue sharing, it is critical that agreed-to obligations be respected, honored, and enforced. They also said that the evidence of tampering and the contract interference by Miami is very troubling to the Big Ten. Stay tuned for that. Again, I'm not a lawyer on this deal, and I don't know how this case is going to get resolved. It's going to get resolved pretty quickly. We got some deadlines coming up. And with the lightning speed that college athletics is changing, I would love your opinions on that too. Whether you're a lawyer or not, love to hear from you. Hit us up with the comment section here on YouTube. But two big lawsuits going on with Wisconsin players, and a lot of things can pivot around the outcomes of those lawsuits. All right, from football to basketball, we got a huge basketball weekend as we wind down January and head into February, and then March Madness. It's coming. It's coming. I can feel it. All right, hoops. Let's start with the men's. Friday night tonight, Indiana at 10th ranked Purdue, 8 o'clock Eastern, national TV on Fox, 7 o'clock Pacific. Indiana is struggling. Purdue's looking pretty good. This is a heated rivalry in the state of Indiana. Check it out tonight, prime time. On to Saturday with Washington. This is men's now. At Minnesota. This is 12 noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. And Minnesota, with a few ranked wins lately against Michigan and Oregon. They also have a win against Iowa. They did just lose to Michigan State this week, but Minnesota's playing a lot better, particularly at the barn at home. Washington better watch out. 17th ranked Wisconsin is at Northwestern. That's a 2 o'clock Eastern game on FS1. Michigan is at Rutgers at 3:30 Eastern on Fox. And then 7th ranked Michigan State at USC. That's 4:30 game Eastern time, 1:30 Pacific on Peacock. Michigan State going for their 14th win in a row. They are on fire. On Sunday, we got Ohio State at 18th ranked Illinois. That's a 1 o'clock Eastern game on CBS. Remember, no NFL at 1 o'clock on CBS. We got Big Ten basketball. And Nebraska is at 16th ranked Oregon, 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. That's on the Big Ten Network. Some interesting games on the women's slate. They're all on Sunday. Oregon at Michigan, Nebraska at Indiana. That's 12 noon Eastern on FS1. 4th ranked USC with JuJu Watkins taking on Iowa at Iowa. That's a national game, 1:30 Eastern on Fox. That means that is 10:30. Did some math there. Pacific time for you USC fans. Wisconsin is at Purdue. Minnesota at number 1 and undefeated UCLA, 20-0. 3 o'clock Eastern, noon Pacific on the Big Ten Network. This is Sunday now. 16th ranked Michigan State, the ladies at Northwestern, and Washington at 8th ranked Ohio State. That's at 5 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock Pacific on the Big Ten Network. Big schedule of basketball. We're going to handpick a few of these games, put them in our pick segment. You know, we always pick, whether it's pigskin picks during football, picking some hoops now for basketball. That's all coming up in 1 minute right here on Locked On Big Ten.